Hello and welcome to my channel, your go-to source for the latest in Hallmark Channel News 24. Don't forget to follow and subscribe for all the updates. Let's dive right in.
Brooke Shields returned to Hope Valley in the March 1st episode of When Calls the Heart Season 13, marking Charlotte Thornton's first visit since before her son Jack's death. At the start of Season 13 of the Hallmark Channel staple, Elizabeth Thornton and Nathan Grant traveled to Cape Fullerton to support little Jack as he was diagnosed with diabetes. In Episode 9, Charlotte made her way back to Hope Valley for a special reason, to help her grandson reconnect with his late father. Brooke Shields reflects on Charlotte's emotional return in When Calls the Heart Season 13. During the episode, little Jack embarked on a memory hunt to learn more about his father, Jack Thornton. Nathan called Charlotte to join the experience and share stories about Jack's life. At one point, Charlotte read a letter Jack had written about becoming a father one day. It was an emotional episode, Shields told TV Insider. It does a bit of a number on you, but it felt like there was a lot of closure, it felt like there was a fresh new beginning in certain areas, and it felt very respectful of the past. I thought that they kind of encapsulated it all together in very interesting ways. Shields said returning to Hope Valley was a healing moment for Charlotte, who had not been back since before Jack's death in Season 5. She's such a survivor that I think she was probably even surprised at the emotion that she felt, and probably really needed it, Shields said. Charlotte reacts to Elizabeth and Nathan's relationship. While back in town, Charlotte stepped into Elizabeth's home and witnessed the life Elizabeth has built since Jack's passing, including her relationship with Nathan. Shields described Charlotte's perspective as bittersweet. I think Nathan is a reminder of her loss, and yet you've got little Jack, and he's the unifying entity in all of this, but he must be dealt with care, Shields explained. I think she's enough of a mom and a person to want Elizabeth to be happy and not make it about her and her loss. Shields added that Charlotte and Elizabeth share a mutual respect rooted in strength and resilience. I think that's what Elizabeth appreciates, and that's what Charlotte has probably always seen in Elizabeth, and why she was so happy, Shields said. I think there's a kinship there of strength and how taking care of other people and being a bigger person and moving forward for little Jack and for Elizabeth's future. Brooke Shields' daughter Rowan appears in When Calls the Heart Season 13. Charlotte's visit continues in the March 8 episode titled Blessings, where viewers will see Rowan make a brief appearance. Shields confirmed the surprise cameo in an interview with Us Weekly. It was fun, Shields said. We did not expect my daughter to be in it. It happened kind of last minute. Shields recalled asking Rowan, "Do you want to be in this episode? Are you okay delivering lines?" She added, "She was like, yeah, sure. Okay, I'll do it." Shields, who shares Rowan and Greer Hammond Henchy with husband Chris Henchy, said she had never acted alongside her daughter before. I had never acted with my daughter before, Shields said. Although Rowan is not a professional actor and currently works as a booking producer for Good Morning America, Shields said she chose not to micromanage her daughter on set. Sometimes the best tip is to just get out of their way, Shields explained. I just didn't want to micromanage. Shields said Rowan had experience performing in college and that the Hallmark writers kept adding lines for her. Looking back, Shields described the experience as great. I love the loyalty and the fans are just so delightful and you know that they care so much, and I appreciate it, Shields said. When Calls the Heart Season 13 airs Sundays at 8 p.m. ET on Hallmark Channel, with new episodes streaming the next day on Hallmark+. Brooke Shields has been a name synonymous with elegance, resilience, and reinvention. From her early days as a child star to her commanding presence in television dramas and films, Shields has built a career defined by adaptability and emotional depth. But even for a seasoned performer like her, stepping onto the set of When Calls the Heart proved to be something uniquely powerful, an experience she now describes as unexpectedly emotional. Her return to the beloved Hallmark series wasn't just another role. It was a moment layered with nostalgia, vulnerability, and a renewed appreciation for storytelling that connects deeply with audiences. In opening up about her experience, Shields revealed that her time in Hope Valley touched something personal, something that lingered long after the cameras stopped rolling. A journey back to the screen, with purpose. When Brooke Shields first joined When Calls the Heart, fans were intrigued. The series, known for its heartfelt storytelling and strong ensemble cast, had already established itself as a cornerstone of Hallmark programming. Anchored by stars like Aaron Krakow, the show has built a loyal fan base, affectionately known as Hearties, who cherish its themes of love, community, and perseverance. For Shields, stepping into this world meant entering a space that already held deep emotional significance for viewers. That realization weighed on her, but it also inspired her. She admitted that she approached the role with a sense of responsibility, not just to the character, but to the fans who had invested years into the story. "You don't just join something like this casually," she reflected in interviews. "You feel it. You feel what it means to people." That emotional awareness would shape her entire experience on set. The power of Hope Valley. The fictional town of Hope Valley has always functioned as more than just a backdrop. It represents a kind of idealized community, one where kindness, resilience, and connection triumph over hardship. For viewers, it's a place of comfort. For actors, it's a world that requires authenticity. Shields found herself unexpectedly moved by the atmosphere on set. She described the environment as warm, welcoming, and deeply sincere, noting that the cast and crew shared a genuine bond that translated seamlessly on screen. Working alongside Aaron Krakow and the rest of the ensemble, Shields quickly felt like part of the family. That sense of belonging, however, came with emotional weight. "There were moments where I had to pause," she admitted. "Because the emotion wasn't just acting, it was real. It was about connection, about being part of something meaningful." A role that resonated. While Shields has portrayed countless characters over the years, her role in When Calls the Heart stood out for its emotional complexity. Without revealing too many plot details, she hinted that her character's journey involved themes of healing, reflection, and rediscovery. These themes struck a chord with Shields personally. Having navigated the highs and lows of Hollywood, from early fame to public scrutiny and eventual reinvention, she found parallels between her own life and the emotional arcs within the show. That connection made her performance feel deeply personal. "I think when you've lived a life with ups and downs, you bring that with you," she explained. "You don't leave it at the door. And in this case, it helped me tell the story in a way that felt honest." Revisiting emotion in a new way. For many actors, emotional scenes are part of the job. But Shields emphasized that her experience on When Calls the Heart was different. The show's tone, gentle yet profound, required a subtler approach to emotion. "It's not about big, dramatic moments," she said. "It's about the quiet ones. The looks, the pauses, the things left unsaid." This subtlety challenged her in new ways. It required her to tap into emotions that were less about performance and more about presence. She recalled one particular scene that left her especially moved. Though she didn't go into specifics, she described it as a moment where everything just clicked: the writing, the setting, the people. After the scene wrapped, she found herself needing a moment to regroup. "I don't cry easily on set anymore," she admitted. "But this was different." The Hardys' impact. No discussion of When Calls the Heart would be complete without acknowledging its passionate fanbase. The Hardys are known for their unwavering support and emotional investment in the show, and Shields felt that energy even before she officially joined the cast. She revealed that she had heard about the fans long before stepping onto the set. But experiencing their enthusiasm firsthand was something else entirely. "The love they have for this show is incredible," she said. "It's not just entertainment for them, it's something they hold close to their hearts." That realization added another layer to her performance. Knowing that each scene would be watched, discussed, and cherished by fans made her more intentional in her work. "It makes you want to give your best," she said simply. A cast that feels like family. One of the standout aspects of Shields' experience was the camaraderie among the cast. She spoke warmly about Aaron Krakow, praising her leadership and kindness. "Aaron sets the tone," Shields noted. "She's the heart of the show in so many ways, not just on screen, but off." The collaborative spirit extended to the entire ensemble. Shields described an environment where everyone supported each other, where scenes were built together rather than performed in isolation. "That kind of environment is rare," she said. "And it makes all the difference." Reflecting on a long career. For Brooke Shields, returning to television in such a meaningful way prompted reflection on her own journey. From her breakout role in Pretty Baby to her iconic work in The Blue Lagoon and beyond, she has experienced the many facets of fame. Her time on When Calls the Heart reminded her of why she fell in love with acting in the first place. "It brought me back to the basics," she said. "To storytelling, to connection, to emotion." She acknowledged that, over time, the industry can become more about business than art. But projects like this serve as a reminder of the power of genuine storytelling. The emotional aftermath. Even after filming wrapped, the emotional impact of the experience lingered. Shields admitted that leaving the set was bittersweet. "You form these bonds, and then suddenly it's over," she said. "But the feelings stay with you." She described carrying the experience with her, not just as a professional achievement, but as a personal milestone. "It changed me in a small but meaningful way," she reflected. What this means for the show. Shields' return to When Calls the Heart comes at a time when the series continues to evolve. With each new season, the show explores deeper themes while maintaining its core values. Her involvement adds another layer of richness to the narrative, bringing in new dynamics and emotional depth. For fans, her presence is both exciting and intriguing. It signals that the show is willing to expand while staying true to its roots. Looking ahead. While Shields has not confirmed whether her role will continue beyond her current appearance, she expressed openness to returning. "If the story calls for it, I'd love to come back," she said. That possibility has already sparked excitement among fans, many of whom are eager to see more of her character's journey. A legacy of connection. At its core, When Calls the Heart is a show about connection, between characters, between communities, and between the story and its audience. Brooke Shields' emotional return underscores that very essence. Her experience serves as a reminder that even seasoned actors can be moved by the right project, the right story, and the right people. And in a world where entertainment often feels fast-paced and fleeting, shows like When Calls the Heart offer something enduring, a sense of heart. Final thoughts. Brooke Shields' candid reflections on her return reveal more than just behind-the-scenes insights. They offer a glimpse into the emotional power of storytelling, and the ways it can impact not just viewers, but those who bring the stories to life. Her journey back to the screen wasn't just about stepping into a role. It was about rediscovering a part of herself, reconnecting with the essence of acting, and becoming part of a community that values authenticity above all else. As fans continue to follow the unfolding stories of Hope Valley, one thing is clear: Brooke Shields' emotional return has left an indelible mark, both on the show and on her own remarkable career.